All right, let us solve this indices math problem. We are given 3 raised to power 2x. Sorry, we are given 3 raised to power 2x plus 1 plus 3 raised to power x plus 2 is equal to 12. And then we are asked to find the value of x. Now, in this type of indices problem, it is very simple. Okay, let me introduce myself. Welcome back to my channel. This is Master Talker online class. Okay, now to solve this is very simple. We write solution. Now, what we try to do is that we try to make what is here to be exactly what is here. Okay, now in this context, now you know that the reason we have plus here is because of multiplication. There is a law that says that if I have a raised to power m multiplying by a raised to power n, dot means multiplication. Okay, it's something as saying a raised to power m plus n. So that means if I have that a raised to power m plus n, I want to separate it. It's going to be a raised to power the first one, a raised to power m the first one, multiplied by a raised to power n the second one. So let us break this down to be 3 raised to power 2x, which is the first one, multiplied by 3 raised to power 1. Okay? Plus, let's do the same thing here. 3 raised to power x here, multiplied by 3 raised to power 2 is equal to what? 12. Are you getting that now? So the next thing we're going to do is that since we have 3 raised to power x here, let us have 3 raised to power x here by having this is 3 raised to power x, then all raised to power 2, so that x times 2 can give us 2x. Okay, multiply by 3 raised to power 1 is the same thing as 3, then plus 3 raised to power x here, multiply by 3 raised to power 2 is 9, is equal to what? 12. Are you getting that now? So now this is something as saying, since we have 3 raised to power x here and 3 raised to power x here, we can now say let that 3 raised to power x be equal to what? Y. Let it be equal to y. So I'm going to be having y squared multiplied by 3 plus y multiplied by 9 is equal to what? 12. Okay, 3 times y squared will give us 3y squared. Okay, 9 times y will give us 9y. So I have plus 9y is equal to what? 12. Now this is the quadratic equation. So let me bring this to this side. I'll have that 3y squared plus 9y then minus 12 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation which can be solved either by factorization method or maybe using the general formula method or completing the square method as well. But let us factorize this. I think it's factorizable. So the first method of factorization is just to multiply the first person and the last person. So I'm having this time, this will give us 3 times 2, 6, and then 3 times 1 is 3, minus 36y squared. Now, we need two things that we can use to replace this, so that if we multiply them, I'm getting this. If I add them, I'm getting this one. Okay, so how do you get those two things? You can get it by LCM form. You can share these people by LCM. For example, I can share this like this. I'm having minus 36y squared. 3 divided, I have minus 12y squared. 2 divided, I have minus 6y squared. 2 again divided, I'm going to have minus 3y squared. Then 3 divided, I'm going to have minus y squared. Y divided, I'm going to have minus y. And minus y, finally, I'm going to have 1. Now, having this thing now, we need two groups. We can form two groups here, such that if we either add them or subtract them, I'm going to get 9. Okay, so let us say 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 3, I think, will give us 9. So the two groups we can have is these 3 people with y, then this one with minus y. So that 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 3 is 12. So this is 12y. Then 3 times minus y will give us minus 3y. Okay, so this minus this is giving us that 9y I'm having here. So instead of writing 9y now, I'm going to replace it with what? 12y and minus 3y. So let us do that. So we'll bring down our 3y squared. Instead of writing this, I'll write plus 12y, then minus 3y, then bring down our minus 12 is equal to 0. So once you are done here, we open two brackets so that we can now factorize. It's now easier to factorize. So what is common between these two people? If you check very well, they have 3y in common. Okay, they have 3y in common. So since they have 3y in common, I'll bring out that 3y. Now 3y squared divided by 3y will give us just y, plus 12y divided by 3y. I'm going to have 4 here. So whatever you write here, please write here y plus 4. Now to get what they have in common is simply to use the last person and divide the last person. So minus plus is minus. 12 divided by this is 3. So they have 3 in common. If you want to check if it is correct, you can say 3y times 3 minus 3 times y will give us minus 3y. And then minus 3 times 12 times 4 will give us minus 12. You see, it is correct. Now, let's check this line now and this line. What do they have in common? Look at it very well. You see that they both have y plus 4 in common. And then the only thing that is remaining now is 3y minus 3. Okay, is equal to 0. So having this now, what do we do? Don't forget that when the product of two things is equal to 0, it means that automatically one of them must be 0. So we can say that either y plus 4 is equal to 0, or we say that 3y minus 3 is equal to 0. So here now I'm going to have that y is equal to minus 4, or we have that 3y is equal to 3. So if I divide both sides by 3, I'm going to have that y is equal to 3 divided by 3, which is 1. Okay? Now, don't forget that we are not actually looking for y. We are looking for what? X. So we should find x here. Yeah, we should find x. So since we are looking for x and we have gotten y, please, whenever you have negative, we don't normally use negative. So y must be non-negative. So we're going to have that. Let me clean here. So we are going to have that. Remember, we said that there's a place, but there's a place we said that 3 raised to power x is equal to y. If you can remember when we said that. So we have gotten our y. So we can say that 3 raised to power x is equal to, we are not using negative, we only use positive 1. Okay? And don't forget, according to indices, that anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Don't forget. So we can make this to be 3 raised to power x is equal to what? 3 raised to power 0. So if this take care of this, we now finally conclude that our x is equal to what? 0. Okay? Since we have gotten our x is equal to 0, we can check actually if the result is correct. We can check if the result is correct. So how do we check? From the question said that 3 raised to power 2x plus 3 raised to power 2x plus 1, okay, plus 3 raised to power x plus 2 is equal to 12. Okay? So let us put in our x to be 0 to see if we are going to get that 12. So we got that x is equal to 0. So if you put it here, we're going to have that this is 3 raised to power 2 in bracket of 0, then plus 1, then plus 3 raised to power 0 plus 2 is equal to what? 12. So what do we have? This time this is 0. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1. I'm having 3 raised to power 1 here, plus, so what I'm having here is 3 raised to power 0 plus 2 will give us 2. Is it equal to 12? So let us check. 3 raised to power 1 is 3, plus 3 raised to power 2 is 9, is equal to 12. 3 plus this will give us 12. You see that 12 is equal to 12. So once we got that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, so we'll see that we have checked and we concluded that x is equal to 0. So that is that. So thank you very much for watching this particular video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. May the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye-bye.